Hey guys, it is Tanya, and welcome back to part 3 of Let's Build a Farm. I think we made a lot of progress last part, and I got some feedback from you guys. I want to fix a couple of things, but primarily today, I just want to make a lot of progress and get as much as possible done. So the first thing I actually want to do is raise up this bridge. A couple of you guys had suggested that might make it look more like a bridge, especially if we add stairs on either side, and I think that's a good call. I like that idea. Oh, the stairs look so cute. Should they have railings? We don't have a matching railing, so I'm kind of thinking no for railings. There we go. I also wanted to make sure the chickens had access to our crops so they can help it out. I'm gonna put 2 here because the gate went missing. That way they can get in here, but with that, I feel like I should also close off this space so they can't get out. All right, those 2 spaces are connected, and then we can have just like an opening space that leads into here, and we have a fence right there. Okay, now these 2 spaces are connected, and I think that works a little bit better. One thing that I mentioned last time and completely forgot was to have a greenhouse so we could grow crops all year round, as well as having some more unique plants that might not be normal to have in this area and, you know, work with different seasons. So I'm not entirely sure where I'm going to add that, but since there's a couple other things that I want to move around, we'll come back to that. One major thing I want to do is fix up some of these pathways because there's too many of them. They're also like too clean. I want them to be a little bit messier. Suddenly everything looks a little bit empty, but I think that looks okay. I do want to just move this structure probably over here so it's a little bit closer to the house and we could have like a space for the family to come hang out, which also makes sense as to why we would have a staircase on both sides. I might move it slightly further over this way. Yeah, then we can have a pathway that comes out here, connects here, and then, yeah, this will work a lot better. I want them to be a little bit messier. I might actually use a different terrain paint as well. Maybe something like this could be a little bit more, yeah, because it's got like a greener tone to it. I think that might work a little bit better. So let's actually go over the path that we already have here because I do like this swooping pathway that we have between the 2 ponds. I think it looks really nice. So we definitely want to be able to access all of our farmland from this side door here. So I think having a pathway straight across that also kind of blends into the orchard space makes sense, as well as goes to the staircase, probably behind the gazebo as well for the farm area with the cows. And then with that, probably around here and to the shed. With that, that can also branch off to the chickens and probably have a smaller path that goes this way down to the crops. Yeah, and we can make those a little bit messier and figure that out as time goes on. This could be a good spot over here for these. I'm not sure where I want to put the swing set. That might be more in like a family area, and I still think we'll probably put an herb garden back there. Somebody also suggested maybe I move some of these plants forward and actually have them kind of overhanging the pond space and draw a little bit of a pathway through the middle of it so it connects these 2 spaces right here, which I think could look really nice. So I'm going to give it a try. I like the idea of it being kind of nestled in all of the plants. All right, so if we connect this through here, that could connect right there. Oh, that's adorable. Oh my goodness. Okay, we're definitely doing that. And then there was lots of suggestions. I forgot to add bees last time, but to specifically add them in this general area because this flower space was like begging for bees. So I might just kind of scatter some bee boxes throughout this space maybe, or we could have them direct. Yeah, I think it makes more sense to have them directly outside here so we can have easy access to them and make sure the bees are happy. I think that could be a good placement for some of the bees. I do want to move this up a little bit more. I kind of like the placement of it, but I feel like it's just, maybe it's slightly too big and that's the problem, but it kind of feels like it's in the way. Ooh, but I like it, and I think that it being in that general vicinity is probably our best bet. All right, I am adjusting the pathways to make more sense with what we have going on. This doesn't have to hug this so tightly now if I didn't want it to. I could probably erase some of this. Yeah, that works. Can kind of have a little bit of a collected space here. And I'm going to want some dirt in this space as well. Probably something like that. I'm going to want a like just cut in the fence over here probably for now, so I don't have to deal with the wonky fencing glitch with the gates making the fence disappear. I also have to decide if I want a greenhouse on the property, which I think we have room for, or if I want that to be attached to the house, because we definitely have room over here to add an extension, which I do want to do. I'm just not sure what we're gonna use it for yet. Also, there's room over here to add additional space as well, so I'm trying to figure out how I want to approach this. This would be a pretty sizable extension, but that's not necessarily a bad thing. From the front, that doesn't look too bad. It's a little wonky on the side, but does it bother me? I think for the moment this will work, but we can always adjust it later on if needed. I just think it's nice to have some additional outdoor space for the family, and this would also be a good spot to put a little herb garden. I think we're gonna have like some landscaping like we have out front here, sort of around the back, and we can have some herbs over here for easy access for cooking. I think that'll probably be a good idea. Just gonna grab some more of these over here. We also have all of the insect farms. Is that something that would be helpful over here? I wish I knew more about that. Okay, we're gonna keep the apples in the front, but I'm gonna swap out the other trees so we have some more variety. So I'm gonna grab some lemon trees to put right in the middle row here, and then some cherry trees to put in the back. Oh, those ones revert back to dirt piles. There we go, those are perfect. That way we have some variety of which plants we can get, and it looks a little bit nicer too. Before I can do the landscaping back here, I guess I should probably figure out where a door would go. So we're gonna have a front door, a side door, and a back door. I'm thinking probably around there and probably a window over here. I could see this section maybe being the kitchen. For now, I'll go with that. And if we have to move it later, that's fine. But I'm gonna do some more landscaping because I love it. Also, an open gate over here would look nice. Okay, I'm sort of thinking this might be what we go for here. I'm gonna draw a little bit more of a pathway leading from this space over to this door, and then adding some terrain paint for dirt underneath the plants. I wanted the same sort of vibe that the front had, but it's a little bit less overgrown because we're out back. So I have some over here by the swing set. That's probably a good spot for the swing set, to be honest. And we can have some dirt under that. If we keep it there, I might do a little bit more detailed terrain paint to have like where your feet would skid underneath that. But for right now, I think that works. I did want to cut down on the paths, but maybe we use some stepping stones or something coming off of these to lead to the pathways. Like a couple over here and then this just trailing off this way. I think it's worth a try to do something like this to try to just add a little bit more detail. Over there, I think it looks cute. So I'm going to try it over this way as well. I mean, I think it's fairly simple and I think I like it. Maybe if I just add some dirt terrain paint under it, or maybe have it be less curvy and it goes out this way a little bit more. I'm gonna add a little bit of dirt under there. Cute, I like this. I don't think adding some of this like flowery terrain paint would hurt either. Just brightens everything up, makes it look a little bit more lush. Maybe even some of these rocks as well around this rocky path. Yeah, I like that. I really like that. Honestly, I feel like this whole part is just gonna be landscaping. There's so much landscaping I wanna do, and I like landscaping so much. Just get some more flowers around here. Make sure they're not floating. I don't want all of the greenery just to be in one spot. I wanna make sure I evenly distribute it as best I can. A little bit of ivy that's sort of climbing up the side of this. There's so many cute debug items. I feel like I just need to start placing some of them around. Like this tipped over wheelbarrow is so pretty. And a lot of you have pointed out that I haven't put a birdhouse in this build yet, which is a crime on this channel. So I'm gonna add this one here, and I'm also gonna put one of the functional birdhouses and one of the bunny houses and all of that down as well after we finish going through some more of this debug. This is so cute. Take that through here, so part of it's going under the fence, or I could put it over here. I think I like that better. Yeah, I'm just having a blast landscaping over here. Just adding plants throughout the space, all over the lot. I actually added some over in the cow area. I want to add more in here. I'm thinking just like in the middle space, maybe a couple of things. And ooh, there's piles of soil. These need to go over here. There's just too many good debug items that I don't know what to do with it all. There's so much. Oh, and then all of these things could also be over by the supply shed. options. Throw a couple of these things over here because we will be using them later, I'm sure, when we get to the inside of that shed. And then continue with the landscaping that I'm just throwing around everywhere, trying to make this space look as inviting and overgrown as I possibly can. This would look so cute right there with the door in between them. Something about that makes my brain happy. This looks really cute. And I'm adding some more of a terrain paint that has some rocks in it. I'm not sure if I like it, but I like the idea of it. So let's add some of that down and then like layer it with more dirt. That's not too bad. Do I want to move the chickens for the millionth time? Because I do want to add a greenhouse, which I could add in the middle here, or I could put the chickens here and then add a greenhouse over this side right next to the supply shed. Either of them could make sense. I think we're just gonna start building it and see how big it needs to be. I did one recently in my like penthouse gardener build that I thought looked really nice, and it was using the Moschino windows, so I based the size off of those. So I might do that again. I'm not sure. Let's see. Another option could be, instead of doing it in a room, it could just be these guys on the ground for our greenhouse. So let me try that as well. The Moschino windows are 3 wide, and we would want that to kind of correlate with the roof line. So if I made this about that height, I don't think a sim can get in there. I think that's too short for a sim. Let's see, how tall is a wall? No, that's probably an okay height, actually. Let me go ahead and do this and see if we want to move a couple of these over here. We could probably have 2 of them, honestly. Maybe something like that. And then the windows could be over here. And then we could have like a door to access them from the other side. I don't think these would be stone, but it kind of looks cute. But maybe something like that. I'm trying to think what sort of door would look nice entering into a space like that. I feel like it needs to be grand, but we're kind of limited on size of the door. I mean, we could do sliding glass doors like that. That keeps it really simple. And then we could put all sorts of supplies outside. I do like this idea. I'm gonna do like little pathways here, but it's like sort of connected and a little bit messy probably. With that, maybe this should actually be outside of the greenhouse. I like that a little bit better, I think. Yeah, that's pretty cute. That is really cute. There's so much space here and I'm having a lot of fun with this. Maybe there's just like a pathway, or I could just generally fill the inside of these with this same terrain paint, and then we'll add some planters in them and see if that counts as indoors, because I couldn't tell you. Because I like the way these look better than if we made them a room, but we might have to like put a floor in there. We probably will have to put a floor in there, but that's not really a big deal. Let me actually just do that now. There we go. So then we can actually paint the floors in there. There's some really pretty ones that we have. I think there's a nice one from Jungle Adventure as well. Yeah, there's this one. There's a really broken down one. Those are cute. I also want to replace some of these items. I think this one from City Living might work a little bit better with the actual produce and stuff on the table. I think that's so cute. The tomato. Okay, hello. Maybe we'll even have 2 of them. We're selling all sorts of stuff here. That's really cute. And then one of you guys had suggested maybe we put down the rugs from Laundry Day instead of the ones from Toddler Stuff. And so I was gonna take a look at that because I think that might make more sense. I typically just use the versions of this that are separate, but for this purpose, I think something like this could work. I also want to add a door over here to this sort of barn space. I think we are going to have as a sort of loft apartment, but for the time being, I want to just add all the things you would normally have on it. I want to use this door from Snowy's Cape on the outside. I think that'll look nice. Just gotta lower this back down. Yeah, that works. And then probably some nice windows over here as well. Some nice planter boxes out here. Honestly, that already looks a lot better. I might expand the pond a little bit though, just because we now have space to do so. So I'm gonna put some of these spawners on the bridge. Let's fill up this area with some planter boxes. I think your Sims might only be able to access the middle, so that's what I'm gonna do for right now, but we could put them on either side. Maybe we'll put the little ones on the sides. We'll do something like this. I don't know, this might be too many planters or you might not be able to access them all, but I think for right now, it's a cute idea. And maybe this would be a good spot to put the vertical planters if we wanted them. Maybe just one at the end on each one of these. So you can have some things that are growing that far up. And then we could probably just move that and move these to the center. I think I'm okay with that. I'll let you guys let me know. Okay, I definitely still need to add the bird and rabbit houses, which are locked right now. But if you type in a really long cheat, which is bb.ignore gameplay unlocks entitlement, it unlocks unlocked things. So you can place them down. Oh, and we're also gonna want Patchy. Let me grab Patchy while we're out here and just place him over here somewhere. I think over here in the corner would be a good spot, or maybe between these areas so he can actually help out with the greenhouse as well. Yeah, and I might move these items closer to the greenhouse. I think we'll probably have a few different bird houses. I'm gonna stick one right out here outside the gazebo space, and then probably another one sort of tucked into this area by the front door. And then we'll do something similar with the bird houses, or the rabbit stumps, I should say. I might put one over here in the chicken pen. I think that's kind of cute. And then maybe we'll have one in our backyard as well, so that there's some bunnies that like the kids like to say hi to. I think that could be cute. So I'm gonna put that one over there. I want to get some decorations while I'm thinking of it. I know there is a wall decoration that has like a shovel or a rake and all sorts of gardening stuff on it. This one. So I think this by the greenhouse and by this area in general is probably a good idea. And I know there's got to be all sorts of things like that I'm going to want to grab and add a little bit more greenery growing over here. I'm sure I scrolled past this many times, but definitely want a hose. I think I'll put that one there. Trash cans are likely a very good idea. I realize I haven't added any to this lot yet. Maybe even a dumpster? I'll put a dumpster in the cow space over here. Maybe some other trash cans near it. Have lots of spaces for your Sims to throw things out. Yeah, and that one's close to the chicken area, which is good. I just keep getting carried away with landscaping and adding more. Oh, goodness. Ooh, maybe I can even add something between the two greenhouses. That's a possibility. I heard some suggestions to either put like places for the family to eat up here, like more tables and stuff, maybe some like games or activities, maybe like chess or Don't Wake the Llama. I also saw something about adding the wedding arch, which we might put somewhere on this lot, but I'm not sure if I want to put it here. I do kind of like the Don't Wake the Llama idea though. Imagine the family out here like playing a cute little game of this. I love that idea. I don't know what else I want to add up here, but that is definitely one idea. So I think for right now, that's going to be the only thing up here, which is definitely not how I want to leave it, but I want to at least add something. Getting some dirt back in here that I deleted earlier when we rearranged some of this space. And then we put this down, but we didn't really add anything to it. So I want to have some herbs out here. I'm also going to delete the interior walls so that next time we can really focus on the interior and get a floor plan going and, you know, hopefully be closer to finishing this lot. But I'm kind of having so much fun with landscaping and just working on the exterior. I have no idea. I'm just having such a blast with this build. Am I gonna be able to grab full-grown plants, or am I gonna have to plant things on my own? I think we might have to plant things on our own. I have parsley here. Small lettuce. That's not what I'm looking for. I think we'll figure that out later, but I do want to add just a little bit of a fence back here so it looks a little bit more private, I suppose. So I'm gonna do something like so. And I'll tuck this around the side because we'll probably have some more trash cans or something out here. I don't know what to do with the bug things either. I want to do something with them, but I'm not entirely sure what. But I think for right now, I'm going to find one of these that matches our house nicely to put over this door and call it a part. I think we made a really good amount of progress here. Got some new things, changed some old things, and I think this is really coming together. I did also want to ask you guys if the length of these parts is okay. I'm not really sure how long this one is going to be. I know the second one was a little bit shorter than the first one, but just to let you know. The length I have been recording for now is 56 minutes. So it's just shy of an hour right now. So whatever it's cut down into, it took that long to film and probably much longer to edit. These are a little bit on the longer end, but they are so much fun to do. And I'm excited to dive into the interior and finish up some landscaping out here. Do let me know what you think of all of the changes that we made. There's tons of landscaping still left to do. I will probably power through the rest of that next part in sort of a sped up version and then continue going on about real time with the furnishing and stuff. But like the borders of all of this needs some landscaping. There's a lot that I want to add. So let me know what you think about all of this. Make sure you like and subscribe if you're enjoying this. That does really help me out. And if you click the little bell, it'll turn on notifications so you're notified of every single time I upload a new video. Thank you guys so very, very much for watching, and I will see you all next time. Bye, everybody.